For many years, School District 21 has been a leader in providing instruction to students to prepare them for their futures. Throughout this time, District 21 has collaborated with all of its stakeholders to create a professional learning community. Through this work, we developed our mission, which is to prepare all students for success. As our students grow into adults, we want them to be responsible and productive citizens. Federal and state policymakers share this goal, as education has become a major focus at all levels of government in the past 30 years. While we in District 21 work to meet federal and state mandates, we are concentrating first and foremost on the needs of our students with the professional learning community areas of focus. These areas are important to the success of our students and for their futures beyond School District 21. As we focus on student learning, while living in a world of federal and state mandates, District 21 very carefully considers how it allocates resources in order to devote the greatest number of dollars directly to student learning.
In 2001, No Child Left Behind was enacted to ensure that schools across the nation held high standards for students. On the positive side, schools began looking at students in subgroups in an effort to ensure that all students were making progress. However, No Child Left Behind has also been very punitive by eventually and inevitably declaring all public schools as failing. In recent years, the U.S. Department of Education launched its Race to the Top, the name of the current set of federal elementary and secondary educational policies. With these policies, schools now receive a grade based on the performance of students on state assessments like the ISAT. All of these federal mandates are tied to the federal dollars that District 21 receives. Those funds coming to District 21 total less than 4% of our overall budget, yet we continue to be tied to federal legislation and unfunded mandates typically related to special education and assessment. Not only do policies in Washington, D.C. present challenges educating students across the United States, but Illinois schools struggle under the weight of a state financial crisis. For example, late payments from both the state and Cook County force school districts to expend local funds to cover those delayed funds. For decades, the state has not met its own requirements to fully fund pension programs. In doing so, it may have violated the state constitution and now looks to pass those costs along to local school districts. In addition to dealing with these challenges, school districts have little opportunity for increasing revenue and must continue to work within the parameters of the property tax extension limitation, also known as the tax caps.
In addition to all of these challenges, Illinois has joined other states in adopting the new Common Core state standards. The Common Core state standards are intended to provide a consistent, clear understanding of what students are expected to learn. The standards seek to be rigorous, relevant to the real world, and reflective of the knowledge and skills that students need for success in college and careers. Along with the standards, there is a new assessment system being put in place for the 2014-2015 school year. Illinois already instituted new cut scores for its existing ISAT assessments in 2012-2013, which resulted in more students being reported as not having met standards. The Chicago Tribune predicted that if 85% of the students met or exceeded standards in 2012, only 60% would meet standards in 2013. Despite these challenges, District 21 continues to keep its eye on the future and what our students will need to be successful in the 2020s, 2030s, and beyond. To guide our efforts to ensure student success, School District 21 has developed 3 professional learning community areas of focus. These areas are inclusionary practices, which provides all students with the opportunity to learn, grow, and connect with appropriate and supportive challenges. Collective commitments, which ensures that all staff collaborate to create a positive environment focused on improving student learning. And authentic learning, which challenges all students with learning what is relevant to the world beyond school and through which they can become owners of their own learning.
School districts are compelled by law to ensure that all students learn in the least restrictive environment. District 21's concept of inclusionary practices goes beyond this minimum standard by ensuring that each child feels a sense of belonging within the school community. Staff members also challenge each student with learning opportunities that encourage individual growth. Schools and classrooms are set up to accommodate a broad range of learning styles and to guarantee access to a range of services for all students.
Teachers are collecting data before, during, and after instructional units. Throughout that collection, they're then analyzing the data to determine what they can best do to meet those instructional needs of the student.
Teachers use data to differentiate instruction in a number of different ways. They not only take a look at assessment data, but they also look at observational data as well as student work samples and work products in order to determine if the student has mastered a skill, if they need additional time with a skill, or if they're ready to learn a new skill. Technology also can help teachers a lot with promoting independence in schools. For example, some students have difficulty with verbal expression, and we have special tools or equipment to help students with that.
When you go into a classroom that's been differentiated, one of the things that our teachers here in District 21 do really well is you can't tell that it's being differentiated. The students don't necessarily know that they have different projects or slightly different modifications to an assessment or the product that they're expected to come up with. That's where the teachers really shine, is that the kids don't know that they're necessarily being differentiated for.
District 21 staff members know that the best schools are those that are characterized by a high level of effective collaboration among staff. Collective commitments describe how staff members work in ways that enhance teamwork and improve student learning. District 21 staff members collaborate in analyzing student assessment data and planning instruction designed to challenge students. District 21 staff members also reflect as a team on their own instruction and its impact on student learning. Staff members work together to create positive school and classroom environments in which all students are valued.
We feel very much that working together, we're able to see that our students are all ours, and we share them as a common interest and a common goal when we're working and planning together.
So as we're talking through a lesson, we're thinking, what about this group of students? And what about this one? And the students benefit from that because instead of just one teacher, one perspective, they're now getting a lesson that was created by many teachers.
We're able to share ideas together. We're able to bring our different areas of expertise to the table because we all have specialties that we are strong in. We're able to share our materials, design lessons that are relevant and that are more authentic.
Just like students are unique, teachers are unique as well. Our teaching methods, our strategies, our ideas, we bring so much to the table. And if we're not sharing that, it doesn't go anywhere but our classroom. So with this collaboration piece, sharing with other teachers, it brings a lot more, not just to the teachers, but again, to the students.
I feel like every time we meet, it's almost like a little bit of professional learning and professional development because I'm learning from each teacher that's bringing something different to the table.
District 21 defines authentic learning as providing students with the opportunity to solve real problems with real products for a real audience. Authentic learning opportunities are important because they provide students with highly motivating learning environments in which they become deeply engaged with new concepts and skills. Guided by the Learning 21 principles in District 21 classrooms, students become owners of their learning and create innovative solutions to problems.
What we know about student learning is that when students are learning in ways that have real purposes and real audiences, their motivation increases significantly.
I was excited because it was a new thing for me, like work on the project together. Well, from the people from CDW, they showed us a lot of devices that we could use, like the Lenovo, the Samsung, and the Acer. And we had to pick which one was better. So then after that day, I went home and I searched up which one would be better.
You get to do your own ideas. I feel like I worked more in this project because we need to do more. We need to find our own research, not as a group, class, or a small group. We need to find everything out by working on Google apps and other devices.
The world of today and tomorrow is far different than anything that has previously existed. Nearly all of the world's information is always available to people. And to be knowledgeable and educated, it is not enough to simply know facts. Rather, people must be able to think critically, apply those facts to solve new problems, and collaborate with others from around the world in those efforts. With the professional learning community areas of focus, we ensure that all of our students will have the knowledge and skills to contribute effectively to the world, both now and in the future.